Hello everyone, welcome to this video. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a random image app using JavaScript and HTML. So what our app will do is that it's going to generate some images from the internet and it's going to print it on our web page. So now inside of the body tag, what we are going to do is we are going to add a button. So let me add a button, and inside this button, I'm going to say generate image, all right? So whenever we click on this button, we are going to run some JavaScript code that will generate some images from the internet. So now we have that there. We are going to give it an ID. So I'll give it generator, all right? So generator, and I will add the on click. So whenever I click on it, I want to run some JavaScript code. So what we are going to do now is we are going to say, for example, generate, right? So I'm going to add the word generate, all right? And I'm going to add two parentheses. So now, whenever I click on this button, it's going to run a function called generate, all right? So now we are going to the end of the body tag, and we are going to use the script tag. So script, and open the script tag just like that. And inside of the script tag, we can use JavaScript here. So right here, what element do we want to create? Of course, we want to create an image element. So we are going to say let image equals to document. So document dot create element, and open two parentheses and two quotations. I'm going to add the image here, so img, all right? So now we are going to create an element and we are going to store it inside of this variable named image. Now the next step for us here is to generate a unique URL or a unique link that will get a random query from the internet. And what we are going to do is we are going to, right here, we are going to say let get image source equals to, all right? So this will get the source of the image. So we are going to say image. So we are going to use this variable name again, the image, and we are going to say dot src. It's going to change the source of this one to something. So we are going to say equals to and two quotations again. So now we have two equal signs. You see, we have the first equal sign and this is the second equal sign. And right here, we are going to add a link, and the link that I'm going to be using is going to be this one. So I'm going to paste it here. So it's https pixum.photos 200 300 question mark random equals to, and that's it. But right here, if I keep it like that, so let me just keep it like that for now. Let me add a semicolon. So you will see what's going to happen. And now I'm going to add a div here, and I'm going to give it an ID. So let me name it, I think I'm going to name it album, because this will be the album that will contain all of our images. All right, so we have that there. Now I'm going to go to the JavaScript and let's get that element. I'm going to say let album, so album equals to document dot get element by ID, open two parentheses and two quotations. So inside of these quotations, we are going to add the word album. All right, and add a semicolon to the end of it. So now we have stored that element inside of this variable. So it's inside of this album variable right here. And now what we are going to do is, this is the last step. We are going to say album. So album. All right. So we are going to use that variable. I'm going to say dot insert before and open two parentheses. All right. So now right here, what we are going to do is we are going to say image, comma, then space, then album. So album dot first child. And right here, you see it has already generated some image here. So you see it has already generated it. Now you see the image, every time I refresh it, it's going to generate a random image from the internet. But now let's say that we want to place all of this code inside of a function. So let's do that. So now we don't want this to run every time, but I want this button, this one right here, to run this code here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically say function generate and open two parentheses and two curly braces. So now I'm going to enclose all of this code inside of this function. So I'm going to move the end of the curly brace. I'm going to cut that and place it here at the very end. So now you see my code will wait for me to click on this button. So you see it says generate, as long as the name is correct. So generate, you see the name matches. When I highlight it, it highlights both of them. So it means that the name is correct. So now if I click on generate image, it's going to generate an image. And now if I click on it one more time, it's going to generate the same image. So you might be saying, okay, this is not what I want. I want to generate different images. So to generate different images, what you'll need to do is you'll need to come here on line 27 at the source. So at the end of the source, before the semicolon, we are going to say plus, all right, then math dot random. So we're going to say math dot random. So dot random and open two parentheses. So this will solve the problem. So now if I save the code and click on generate, it's going to generate an image, and one more time, you see it's going to add another one right here. And it's going to keep adding a random image whenever I click on it. However, you see now my images are sitting next to each other. So what we are going to do is we are going to select this div because it contains all of our images. So we are going to, inside of the head right here, this is the head tag. So this is the end of the head tag, and I'm going inside of it. And right here, I'm going to use the style. So style, I'm going to select that. So hashtag album. We have given it an ID of album. So hashtag album and open two curly braces. Now, right here, I'm going to say, for example, display block. But if I say display block, it's not going to select the image. So I'm going to add the word image right after it. So this is going to select all of the images inside of the album. So now if I click on generate image, you see it will add one. And if I click on again, it's going to add a new one, and it's going to move this one down. So if I click on it again, and it will do it all the time when I click on it. Now, if we want to center these images, we can say, for example, margin-left auto and margin-right auto. And if I click on it, you'll notice that my image will be generated in the middle. So now I can style the button as well. So I'm going to say hashtag generator, open two curly braces. Now I'm going to say display block and margin 0 auto. So this will center it basically. And I can change the color to dark blue, and let me change the height to 50 pixels or 40 pixels. So you see now we have a button there that says generate image, and whenever I click on it, it's going to generate an image. But you see now my images are stacked and they're attached to each other. So how do we fix this? We can go to the album image here, up here, and I can change the margin top. So margin dash top, I can add 20 pixels. Okay, so now if I click on generate, is going to add the image, and one more time is going to add another and another, and all day. If you want to make this code run all day without clicking, I'll give you the option. So this is optional, but now you see your image generator will work and it's going to generate random images. But now let's say that we want to run this code for a long time. So I'm going to say set interval and open two parentheses. So right here, we are going to say here, so I'm going to say generate, comma, and 1000. So this will generate an image every second. You see, it's generating an image every second. So it will go all day. So you see, it's going to generate, and it will probably crash at some point. But I just wanted to show it to you, so you can use this tool or this function. This is how you can use it without clicking on generate, or we can change it to every 3000 milliseconds. So this means for each 3 seconds it's going to generate an image. All right, so I hope you liked the video, and let me change the background color to dark. So I'm going to say body. All right, so I'm going to say body here, and background color, let me say black. All right, so now you see we have a nice page that will generate random images. All right, so I hope you liked the video, everyone.